Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. So a little while, but working on a few more orders. I finished one of these already. This is your overlay compatible 5200 true analog. You can see now I have this pseudo stainless steel in there to match the original 5200. I got one of these done already, so I'm going to be putting this one together, and then the other thing I want to do is make sure that's working. It is good. That's just a test pattern from my little converter. It's actually a really nice little converter. This little retro scale 2x. It's worked out really well. It's got a good 2x scaler. There's a couple different filters built into it, so I've been real happy with it. It's like 30 bucks on AliExpress, but of all the like composite to HDMI, it's been about the best. It's nice. It has composite, component, and S-video, so kind of cool. Can't complain. All right, so this is what I call my newer version of the internal guts of the joystick. Before, these were all hand soldered. Controller. So just a few solder joints here for the across the top here. This is for the start, pause, and reset buttons. Go through here. And after this, I've got like 3 Andy analog digitals to build, and then like I can't remember the last 2 are. So I know I have 7 orders right now, and I have 2. This is 2 of 7. Probably get these 2 shipped out tonight, and then the Andes I'll work on tomorrow, finish those up, and then start cutting some more plastic. I realized looking at the video, I kind of look like the 51-year-old Olympic air gun silver medalist, the Turkish guy. He's only a year older than I am. You gotta love this walking up in regular prescription glasses and look more or less like a t-shirt and getting the silver medal. No fancy eyewear or anything like that. Just getting the job done. It's like there's no more Gen X photo than I can think of in that. It's like, you know what? This is the tools you learned on. This is what you're going to use. That being said, I mean, I'm not a Luddite in any way. I do keep up with technologies as they evolve. I even like modern music, so I'm not stuck in the 1980s or 90s. Not that I don't enjoy 80s and 90s music. I have no problem with listening to new stuff too. So these are one of the few solder joints I have left to do. Oh, come on. And I might not finish this one all the way on the video, but I'll see if I can finish this tonight. I also had a return. Oh, come on. Good. Oh, that did not flow well. A return on a Jaguar, the 5200 conversion. And I think I know what's wrong with it. The problem is me. I tried a new way of doing the internal wiring, and I probably should have just stuck with the old way. So I'm probably going to open it up, gut it, and send it back. Not gut it, but most electronics are done already. Just I had this extra circuit board in there, and it seems I think there's just not enough room in the top of the controller. I'll show you that later. So this is just a wiring harness. I switched this from soldering to these fast-on. That's what these are called. These are called fast-on connectors. Not so fast off, but they were fast on. Instead of soldering, I do a crimp. I bought myself a nice little crimping tool for that. So that's another improvement I have on these versions. It's less soldering. What I'm doing is I'm working my way through some parts that I bought. So, and then I'm going to convert to an even more robust wiring on here. So right now I'm using, where the heck is it? It's behind me somewhere. Where the heck should it go? The wires are up. Going crazy. Yeah, I'll find it in a minute. These little, I actually need to find it in a minute. I want to calibrate this thing. What it is a screw down terminal, and the new version. Once I run out of parts this time around, I will switch to it's a straight like IDC connection. I'll show you in a future video of that, but I haven't even figured out the wiring colors in that one yet. But that will be a bit more simple and robust than this version. Did I forget to put the second gray on there? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. Believe it or not, I actually have to bend these down. They're a little too tall for the case. Oh no. Where's my bench? What happened here? That was strange. I need to actually add one more crimp in here. I missed a connection. That's where that cable is for. I always seem to run into this problem when I try to like batch these things. I do better when I just do one at a time. I might go back to that. It's right here. Nice little stripper. Strip that out. And yeah, what else come in here? Blue wire goes here. I did take the advice of one of my customers, and now these are permanently glued down with using the E6000. Is it E6000? Yeah, this stuff is E6000 clear transparent glue. So that should improve the quality a little bit. You notice that the knob had come off, and I was able to put it back on, but I've just been using this two-sided, basically a fancy double-sided tape, and no one else has really complained about it, but it's like, you know what, yeah, I'll just permanently glue it down, so don't have to worry about twisting or anything like that. So there's a lot of wires in one, but it should be just fine. Big bags of these things. What I like to do is I load it up in the crimper first. So having a big garage sale in a couple weeks, so that's been fun getting that ready. Real crap we had in the house. Alrighty. Wait, I already had two. Oh my goodness. Really? No, I didn't have two. That's the one I just did. Wait. I did have two. Oh, shoot. Oh no, I still need that for the connection. Oh yeah, because it wasn't there yet. Well, I'll do it simpler. I'll just solder this one on. I'll just solder this. Maybe a little shrink tubing. That'll work. Solid. Yeah, so wife had, my goodness, it was only a few days ago. My wife had a oophorectomy, which is removing ovaries. So that is like the last surgery for her breast cancer. Knock on wood. But even though it's what's the word? A robot doing it. Still, we had 5 or 6 incisions. I can't think of the word right now. Orthoscopic surgery. You still end up with a bunch of holes in you. Alright, so that does that. That does that. Brown goes on this side. You can see how the calibration works. Open that a little bit. Alright. Let's plug you in. I think this is one. Now I need that little adapter. Where did you go? I made up like 4 of them already. That's what you get for cleaning, Dave. Now I can't find anything. Really? I know I made them up. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, so this is the little screw terminal adapter. This is going to be replaced with one I have one over here. I have one over here. No, I don't. I got one back there. What I'm going to do is this plugs in here. This whole assembly is going to go away. It's going to simplify things a bit. There we go. And then this goes here. And if I wired it right, holding that button down should bring us to the cal screen. Yes, it does. So there's your X. Yeah, I really do like this new scaler. You can really see, well, we need to go to around 7.2. Not 70, it's not 72, 7.2. Hex values. I get both these pretty close first. There we go. And there's only 2 spots. Ooh, off my camera. Only 2 spots on the system that actually, of this controller that actually uses double-sided the pressure sensitive adhesive. This is nice 3M stuff here. And that is on these couplings for the potentiometers. Shrink this so you can see. I'll blow that back up in a minute. But on the end of this, this is your Y potentiometer there, and X potentiometer. One of my other hobbies in life is watch collecting. And I've been going through on Instagram and taking a photo of my watch I wear every day, going through my watch boxes, just left to right, left to right, left to right. So this is watch 27 out of, I am afraid to admit how many watches I own. But the nice thing is, it's a fairly compact hobby. And my wife really likes jewelry, so it's just man jewelry, really. And I love watches. I've worn watches every day of my life. Since I'm probably about 4 or 5 years old. Okay, that's pretty close, 7.5. And then like today, for instance, I am wearing a white watch my wife bought me just before we're married. So it was manufactured 22 years ago, and I will have owned it for 22 years this December. It's a nice Seiko Kinetic, which is a auto-generating quartz watch. Very accurate watch, actually. Where's that sitting at? That's sitting at 7.5. That's not bad at all. 7.8. I'll adjust you in a minute. All right, so 2 different length screws do this. Actually, I just had to buy screws. I ran out of screws. Crazy. 2 of these little guys. 2 of these little guys. So, challenging bit here. Longer screws. Yeah, I've been really enjoying making these controllers. It's been fun. And I like hearing people enjoy using them. I mean, it's more than just the money. It's nice knowing people actually like enjoy playing on the 5200, because 5200 just had the worst controller, except maybe the Intellivision. Just my next adventure is to see if I can get a true 16-way arcade controller for it. Of any 2 systems that need a proper controller, it's the 5200 and the Intellivision. ColecoVision is awful too. All right, where am I at here? 60, not bad. Yeah, pretty happy with that actually. Sitting at 7.2 right now, which is perfect. What I like to do is once I get the screw set, I actually grab a little spacer here, jam it into the joystick itself, so it's not going anywhere. I did make accommodations for adjustment though. If you ever open one of these up, you'll see there's actually grooves here, and there's a little slot that the potentiometer has. So you actually could twist it close to 20 degrees in either direction. So if you ever need to, you're feeling crazy enough to adjust one of these, you can. It's not impossible. Come on. You can see how touchy it is. I mean, how sensitive a control it really is. Atari actually did a pretty wild job because they had this whole like double slider arrangement for their 5200 controllers. Pretty neat. But the main issue is you really can't self-center it. You just rely on the rubber I've had a couple people ask me if I can retrofit this joystick into a 5200 controller, but I don't know. It's just so darn. Uh, it's pretty tight in there. Let's see where I'm at. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Lock that in place. Okay. Nice. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's a good cal there. Anything right around 70 is pretty darn good. Nice. Yeah, I like that. That's a good cal. All right, so before I seal this up, I'll test it one more time once I do have it sealed up. There's two go-to games I like to do. I'll show you. Is Choplifter. That is a nice clean signal. It's pretty good for just it's pretty good. You can go real slow. Choplifter is nice because I get to try out both buttons. All right. And let's see. I want to do one thing. Maybe I don't. Could have the keypad flipped over. I do that every now and then. Yeah, retry limit's not going up. I don't know why I make that mistake. Okay. Oh, because I didn't solder it. Oh my goodness. Really? Well, that explains it. Wow. I must be tired tonight. Well, let's try this again. This is harmless because this is an ESD bench. It's just getting short of the ground. That's why it's freaking out like that. I can see it in my peripheral vision. Soldered in Dave. This is why I test every single last controller thoroughly. I'm going to show you my other go-to game, which lets me know if the keypad's wired correctly. It's pretty good, actually. Okay, and that is... It's counting down. That gets the latency test good. The other go-to game is Frogger. And why Frogger? Because Frogger lets you play with the keypad. So go Frogger. Go slow. Pad joystick. Oh, I got one button out. Left column. Nope. Just, oh, all right. Why am I not getting this column? That is column number. Oh my goodness. Those are bad solder joints too. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me today? You can see that's column number 1 on the end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1 Oh, true freedom. I gotta really test this one. This is a one too many mistakes for me. Oh, right, no left. Well, that's not good. So column 1. It's not working. All right, so what I'm going to do is check this out. Column 1. Why am I not getting column 1? I'm looking at my keycad here. Column 1 is brown, brown, brown. Let's do a little quick continuity check here. Brown. Let's check column 2, which is red, which is right next door. That's there. Orange, column 3. That is so odd. Make sure I have continuity everywhere. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3, and then starting row 4 is gray, gray. Gray is 1, 2, 3. Oh. Kind of weak on the signal there. Let's reflow that guy. That's odd. Gray. Looks pretty decent there. Let's check that again. Gray. Okay. Green is row 1. That should be the next one over. Is. And then we have graded. And then we have blue, which is this guy. Blue should be right here. Got good continuity there. And then finally we have violet. Violet should be on 7, should be on the end. So I got good continuity there. Interessant. Alright, let's go back into debug. This is weird. Oh, I should probably plug it in. This is very strange. That's good. Keypad 1. IPC limit's not going up. 2, 3. That means I have it flipped over. One. No. Oh dear, what is going on here? Well, I They say this is why we test it. What is going on, guys? I got good continuity. Well, you know, worky. This should be the correct order right here. Jacked up the y-axis a little bit. All right, this controller's kicking my butt tonight. I'm gonna do this another night. I'm gonna take a look at that other joystick. You can see I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. Don't know why this one's being janky, but it makes no sense. Got good continuity. This keypad's not working right. Could be a bad keypad. Who knows? All right, so this got shipped to me. I'm 95% sure I know what it is. Okay, so I stepped out of the room a minute and I realized this particular keypad is kind of janky looking on the connector here. So I swapped it out with a different keypad. That's a new one. It's problems in the keypad, so now I gotta go back in and swap the keypad out. But it is what it is. So that is that one. So I will fix that tomorrow night. See if I can get this guy troubleshot. This is the Jaguar controller here. I did fire this up once already, and it's the A button is not working right. So let's pop it open and take a look. Like I said, I think this has to do with the fact that I made a change, and not all changes are good. Let's take a look in here. I'll probably end this video in a couple minutes though, so I can finish boxing up a controller. A really strong suspicion I know what's going on here. At least the other one's pretty straightforward. I think I got to recalibrate the x-axis. Is what these controllers look inside. This is the new board I was talking about. And see if there's anything obvious going on here. Let's take a look. Don't see any solder bridges. let's look and see if we have a short the ground. So that's your ground wire coming in. Is it there? Is the why am I getting a short going on there? Let's take a look between ground and ground. What colors are they? It's like a light blue. Okay, and violet. Oops, that wasn't good. I have the schematic right here, so I'm looking for medium blue and light violet. That's what I thought. Let's see what's going on. It's these two wires right here. Well, that's all jacked up. What's going on here? Let's hit this with a little solder first, see if we can figure out what's going on here. Works better to turn the soldering iron on. I might just go through and just rewire this like I do a conventional one. Oh, that's wire. Ah, broken wire. Yeah, I'm just gonna rework this whole thing. I see the broken wire from here. And that is the wire that's acting funny too. So what I'm gonna do is basically rework this so it's back to the way I always used to do it. So it's going to go from version 3 back to version 2.1. With all my wires are here, so actually it's not going to take that long to rework this much. I've had people ask if I can make a version where you convert from the 5200 to the Jaguar to 5200. The problem is this chip here. Everything gets multiplexed through that chip there, so you'd need some active circuitry to translate it. And time, money-wise, it's just not really worth it for me. Just need to rework this guy here. I just realized it's already 10:30 and I need to get something boxed up. And I'll finish redoing this tomorrow. and replacing the keypad on the other one so I can actually ship that one out. So once that keypad's done, I ship that one out. So, and I got two Andys down here ready to go too to get wired up. So that's going to be up next. So everyone, thanks for watching, and off to do some desoldering and some shipping.